American television sitcom Roseanne originally aired on ABC from October 18, 1988 to May 20th, 1997. In 1987, The Cosby Show executive producers Marcy Carsey and Tom Werner wanted to bring a no-perks family comedy to TV. After commissioning a script from Cosby writer Matt Williams about factory workers, the team signed comedian Roseanne Barr, who'd won raves for her working-class domestic goddess stand-up routines on The Tonight Show. The series is centered on the Connors, an American working-class family struggling to get by on a limited household income. Brash mother Roseanne, played by Roseanne Barr, is married to her goofball husband Dan, played by John Goodman. They have 3 young children: 14-year-old brainiac Becky, played by Lecy Goranson, 11-year-old sarcastic tomboy Darlene, played by Sara Gilbert, and 6-year-old misfit son David Jacob, better known as DJ, played by Michael Aaron Fishman. The family lives at 714 Delaware Street in fictional Lanford in Kane County, Illinois. Also a part of the main cast was Roseanne's sister Jackie, played by Laurie Metcalf, as well as Roseanne's friend and later Dan's stepmother, Crystal Anderson Connor, played by Natalie West. She was a regular cast member for seasons 3 and 4 and a recurring guest star before and afterward. Creator, head writer, and co-executive producer Matt Williams thought the new TV series was going to be called Life and Stuff. He even put the title on the cover of the pilot script. So when Roseanne insisted that the sitcom should be named for her, he balked. The fear, he says, was that by calling the series Roseanne, it was going to be a star vehicle from the outset and put the comedian in too powerful a position to influence the show's creative development. In the end, Roseanne got her way. And Matt's fear was borne out, ultimately at his expense. Marcy Carsey and Tom Werner resolved the issue by bowing to an ultimatum Roseanne delivered. She would walk off the series after only 13 of the 22 episodes ordered for the first season had been made, unless Matt was thrown out. A few weeks later, Carsey Werner announced that Matt had, quote, elected to move on, end quote, because of, quote, creative tensions, end quote, with the comedian. But he did retain credited by credit for the series run. In 1994, Roseanne released her second autobiography titled My Lives. In it, she rants on and on about her hatred for Matt. I always assumed that the show would be created by Matt Williams and Roseanne Barr. After I had rewritten all those scenes and we had filmed the pilot, I was invited to see it. When the credits rolled, it said, created by Matt Williams. And that was all. I felt robbed and began to wail. Someone recently asked me how such a thing could happen. The answer is simple, because it can, and it does, every day in Hollywood. While Roseanne maintained that the characters of Roseanne and her family were based heavily on Roseanne herself and her own children and lived experience, Matt maintained that the show had been created before Roseanne's involvement based on his own family experiences. Under Writers Guild of America regulations, only someone who wrote a series pilot episode can receive creditor credit on that series. Consequently, Matt, who was the sole writer of the pilot, received on-screen credit as the show's sole creator. A subsidiary credit noted that the work was based on Roseanne's stand-up comedy. Throughout season 1, Roseanne had failed to get future husband Tom Arnold a writing gig on the show. But with Matt gone, Roseanne added him to the team. Tom, who also played recurring character Arnie on the series, served as his significant other's henchman, executing her often outlandish demands and routine firings. The couple exerted much of their power over scripts, rewriting after each read-through. This caused tension with her large and constantly changing writing staff. No matter what kind of drama was going on behind the scenes, the show still reached #1 in the Nielsen ratings from 1989 to 1990 in its second season, narrowly beating out The Cosby Show. In season 6, a major change to the main cast occurred. Lecy decided to leave before the show started its 6th season in order to attend Vassar College in New York. She told Entertainment Weekly in 2008, "It wasn't about malice or disrespect. I felt that I devoted all my teenage years to working, and I just wanted to get back to a little normalcy. It was a situation that a lot of people still don't understand. It was painful too. You're in a family and someone leaves. I think they didn't really know how to deal with that separation. They offered me a lot of money to stay." Sarah Chalke replaced her for the 6th and 7th seasons until Lecy returned for season 8. She left again, and Sara took over the role for the 9th season. In the 8th season, Roseanne and Dan have their 4th child, Jerry Garcia Connor, played by twins Cole and Morgan Roberts. During the show's final season, Roseanne was in negotiations with Carsey Werner and ABC executives to continue playing Roseanne Connor in a spinoff. However, ABC withdrew from negotiations with Carsey Werner and Roseanne after failed discussions with CBS and Fox. Roseanne and Carsey Werner agreed to discontinue the negotiations. In 1993, Roseanne and Lori both won Emmy Awards for their performances in the series, Roseanne for Outstanding Lead Actress and Lori for Outstanding Supporting Actress. Lori also won in 1992 and 1994. The series was nominated for more than 24 Emmys overall, but despite high critical praise and ratings throughout most of its run, it was never nominated for Best Comedy Series. In 1993, Roseanne and John both won Golden Globe Awards, Roseanne for Best Actress and John for Best Actor. The series won the Golden Globe Award for Best Television Series, Musical or Comedy. Sadly, Glenn Quinn, who played Becky's boyfriend turned husband Mark, died in December 2002 of a heroin overdose at the age of 32. Now let's get into some fun facts about Roseanne. The show's exterior shots are of Evansville, Indiana, not Illinois. Why Evansville? It's where co-executive producer Matt Williams grew up. Each of the series' first 6 seasons landed in the Nielsen ratings top 5. Ratings slowly started slipping after season 6, though the show stayed within the top 10 through season 7, falling to the top 20 during season 8. Roseanne dropped to 35th place during the 9th and final season of its original run. Before the two got married, Roseanne tried to get Tom as her TV husband. According to casting director Risa Bramman Garcia, producers instead wanted someone with more experience. John was actually the only person who read for the role of Dan. There were more planned, but the second Roseanne met him, she fell in love with him. Eagle-eyed viewers will know that the DJ in the pilot is not the same DJ that fans would come to know throughout the show's run. That's because the original DJ was played by 8-year-old Sal Barone. Shortly after the pilot was filmed in 1988, the Writers Guild went on strike. When production resumed after the long hiatus, it was discovered that Sal had grown. Additionally, his mother not only agreed that he was probably too old to play DJ, who was 6 going on 7 at the beginning of the series, but she'd also witnessed the backstage fights between her son and Sara Gilbert. By mutual agreement, Sal left the show and was replaced by Michael Fishman. Macaulay Culkin auditioned for the role of DJ as well. After Roseanne tried to get Matt Williams' Created by credit taken off, she also banned producers from coming to the set. As a result, Matt tried to see if there was a possibility to get rid of Roseanne and just do the show with a focus on John Goodman and Laurie Metcalf. They both, however, refused to do the show without her. In 1993, it was made public that Roseanne would refer to each of her 19 writers by a number rather than their name. The writers would even wear shirts with their assigned number. While it was reported that most took the gesture in stride, Amy Sherman Palladino, who later created Gilmore Girls, told Entertainment Weekly in 2008, "I was number 2. The writers did not think it was funny. Anytime you tell someone, I'm not going to learn your name, here's your number, you're diminishing their worth." Sara Gilbert revealed on The Talk she realized she was a lesbian while dating co-star Johnny Galecki, who plays her character's now husband David Healy. She told her co-panelist she would get depressed after kissing him. She told Johnny she believed it was about her sexuality, and the two broke up. In a somewhat ironic twist, Laurie Metcalf and Matt Roth, the actor who played her much younger and abusive boyfriend Fisher, fell in love while working together, and the pair eventually married. Laurie's real-life pregnancy was written into the show. Roseanne, the character, announced her pregnancy in season 7, about 3 months before Roseanne, the person, actually conceived via IVF, which explains why the TV character carried her baby for just over a year in TV time. To further confuse matters, in the 11th episode of that season, titled Maybe Baby, Roseanne and Dan were informed by her obstetrician that she was carrying a girl. Of course, during a later Halloween episode, Roseanne gave birth to a baby boy, whom she named Jerry Garcia Connor. The reason for the switch was twofold. Roseanne wanted her show to reflect her real life, and her real-life baby, Buck, was a boy. Plus, she wanted to honor the then recently deceased Grateful Dead singer, Jerry Garcia. On March 27, 2018, the 10th season of Roseanne debuted on ABC as a mid-season replacement, with the original cast returning. It brought in an initial audience of 18.44 million, which grew to 27.26 million total viewers following 7 days of delayed viewing. Following the success of its premiere, Roseanne was renewed for an 11th season. Just 2 months later, though, Roseanne was terminated from the show after she posted the following message on Twitter. The tweet referred to Valerie Jarrett, an African-American woman who served as senior advisor to former U.S. President Barack Obama from 2009 to 2017. ABC announced later in the day that it had reversed the renewal decision and canceled Roseanne. Network president Channing Dungey stated that Roseanne's remarks were abhorrent, repugnant, and inconsistent with our values. Roseanne defended the tweet as being a joke. She later deleted the tweet and posted an apology, stating that she was truly sorry for making a bad joke about her politics and her looks. That June, ABC announced plans to retool the show as a spin-off continuation involving the Connor family without Roseanne, titled The Connors. The show premiered in October, becoming a ratings success for the network. The Connors' 7th and final season will premiere on March 26, 2025. Currently, Roseanne, the original series, is available to watch on several streaming services, including Peacock, Apple TV, and Amazon Prime Video.